Welcome back to Power Struggles, the podcast where we pit the most powerful characters from comics, anime, and pop culture against each other to determine who would win in an all-out battle. I am your host, the Lionheart, and today we're diving into one of the most intense matchups we've ever had. Kamen Rider Grand Zeo, or Ohma Zeo, the King of Time versus Thanos wielding the Infinity Gauntlet. These two beings are practically gods in their own universes, capable of bending reality, time, and space to their will. But if they were to face off, who would emerge victorious? By the end of this episode, we'll have analyzed every form, every weapon, every power, and every ability these two titans possess. We'll even stimulate multiple fights to determine the percentage of times each would win. Buckle in, it's gonna get epic. Now let's begin with Kamen Rider Grand Zeo and his future more powerful form, Ohma Zeo. Both represent the ultimate evolution of the Kamen Rider, with the ability to control time, space, and the powers of every rider before them. Let's break down to everything Kamen Rider Grand Zeo and Ohma Zeo bring to the table. Now, Kamen Rider Grand Zeo, Sogo Tokora, sorry, I'm a little bit botched on my Japanese pronunciation, do not get on me, okay? Now the base form, Kamen Rider Grand Zeo by Sogo, the young man who becomes Kamen Rider Zeo, begins as a high schooler who is destined to become the future tyrant king, Ohma Zeo. In his base form, Zeo has access to time-based abilities, allowing him to manipulate the flow of time, as well as heighten physical strength, speed, and agility. Now, Zeo's Ride Watch has time manipulation. Even in his base form, Zeo can stop, rewind, and accelerate time, giving him a tactical advantage in combat. Enhanced strength and speed. Now, while in Rider form, Zeo possesses superhuman strength and speed, allowing him to hold in his own in physical combat with most opponents. Now, to Kamen Rider Zeo 2 is an upgraded version of Zeo, granting Sogo even greater control over time and space. He also gains precognitive abilities, allowing him to see the future and anticipate his opponent's moves. Now, precognition. With Zeo 2 Ride Watch, Sogo can see the future, predict his opponent's attack, and plan his strategies accordingly. This ability makes him incredibly difficult to outmaneuver in battle. Now we're going on to Kamen Rider Grand Zeo Ultimate Form. Now Grand Zeo is the pinnacle of Sogo's Tokawa's power, achieved through the Grand Zeo Ride Watch. In this form, Sogo not only has access to all the powers of the riders who came before him, but can summon their physical forms as well. Now Grand Zeo possesses the abilities of all 19 Heisei Kamen Riders. This includes the reality warping powers of Kamen Rider Decade, the invulnerability of Kamen Rider Gaim, and the time-bending powers of Kamen Rider Drive. Grand Zeo can summon ultimate forms of these riders and command their powers at will. By touching the engraved symbols of past riders on his armor, Grand Zeo can instantly access their abilities, making him one of the most versatile and powerful riders in existence. Now, Grand Zeo can freely stop and rewind fast forward and alter time, giving him complete control over the battlefield. He can trap enemies in time loops, erase events from existence, or even travel through time to undo past mistakes. In Grand Zeo form, Sogo's physical abilities, are maximized. He can withstand attacks that would normally destroy planets, and his strength is amplified to the point where he can overpower nearly any foe. Now, Ohma Zeo, the Demon King of Time. Now, while Grand Zeo is incredibly powerful, his future form, Ohma Zeo, takes things to an entirely new level. Ohma Zeo is essentially a god, ruling over time and space with absolute power. This form represents the darkest version of Sogo, where he embraces his destiny as the Tyrant King. Now, Ohma Zeo can control time on a universal scale. He's no longer limited to just one timeline or universe. He can alter the entire multiverse, bending timelines and reality to his will. Now, this makes him nearly unbeatable in any traditional sense. Ohma Zeo can erase entire timelines, preventing events from ever occurring. If he chooses, he can remove his enemies from history itself, making it as though they never existed. Ohma Zio's control over time gives him reality warping abilities. He can reshape the universe to his liking, creating or destroying worlds with just a thought. Ohma Zio's power is so vast that he functionally immortal. Even when faced with overwhelming force, he can simply manipulate time to heal himself or avoid death entirely. His reign as the King of Time is eternal, and his enemies cannot permanently destroy him. Now, Ohma Zio possesses infinite power and the abilities of every Kamen Rider that ever existed. He can summon and use the powers of all riders across time and space. His strength, speed, and durability are unmatched, and his mastery of time manipulation also allows him to win battles before they even begin. Now, let's turn to Thanos, the Mad Titan wielding the Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos, as many know from Marvel Comics and the MCU, is a warlord bent on reshaping the universe according to his own twisted sense of balance. With the Infinity Gauntlet, he gains godlike powers that allow him to control reality, time, space, and more. But how does he stack up against Kamen Rider Grand Zio and Ohma Zio? Let's find out. Now, Thanos' ability without the Infinity Gauntlet. Superhuman strength and durability. Even without the gauntlet, Thanos is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. His strength allows him to battle entire teams of superheroes, and he has even gone toe-to-toe with gods like Thor and the Hulk. His durability is off the charts. He can withstand blows that would destroy planets and survive the vacuum of space without any protection. Thanos is not just a brute. He's a master strategist and a tactician, capable of planning galaxy-wide campaigns and outmaneuvering some of the most intelligent beings in the universe. His intellect makes him an even more dangerous opponent. Now, Thanos is an expert hand-to-hand combatant, trained in various forms of martial arts from across the cosmos. His combat experience spans centuries, making him highly skilled in both close-quarters combat and long-range strategies. Reality manipulation. Now, the Infinity Gauntlet is power. Now, we're talking about Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet right now. And one would be reality manipulation. The Infinity Gauntlet is powered by the 6 Infinity Stones. Time, space, reality, power, mind, and soul. With the Gauntlet, Thanos can reshape reality to his will. He can turn enemies into dust, create or destroy entire universes, and alter the very fabric of existence. Reality Stone gives Thanos complete control over the laws of physics. He can bend or break reality, turning solid matter into liquid, altering landscapes, and transforming objects into whatever he desires. The Time Stone grants Thanos mastery over time itself. He can rewind or fast forward events, freeze time, or trap his enemies in endless time loops. Like Ohma Zio, Thanos can manipulate time to win battles before they start. The Space Stone allows Thanos to control space. He can teleport anywhere in the universes, create wormholes, or trap his enemies in unescapable prisons. He can also manipulate the position of objects and people, essentially controlling the battlefield. Now, the Power Stone dramatically increases Thanos' physical strength and destructive abilities. With it, he can unleash energy blasts capable of obliterating entire planets or overpower even the strongest opponents. The Mind Stone gives Thanos the ability to control the minds of others, bending them to his will. The Soul Stone allows him to control the very essence of life and death, giving him the power to manipulate souls, bring back the dead, or erase souls from existence. With all 6 Infinity Stones, Thanos becomes nearly invincible. He can manipulate time to heal from any injury, use the Reality Stone to prevent himself from being harmed, or simply erase any threat before it even reaches him. Now, we've gone over both Kamen Rider Grand Zio and Ohma Zio, as well as Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. It's time to break down how a fight between these two would unfold. This is a battle between two beings who wield time, space, and reality like tools in their arsenal. So let's take a closer look on how these titans would fare against each other. Both Kamen Rider Grand Zio... Well, hold on, let's go time manipulation versus time manipulation. Both Kamen Riders Grand Zio and Ohma Zio have nearly absolute control over time. But Thanos with the Time Stone can also manipulate time. In this scenario, it's important to note that while Thanos can rewind or fast forward time, Ohma can erase timelines entirely. The ability to delete events from the timeline might give Ohma the edge here, as he could potentially erase Thanos' actions before they even happen. Now we go on to reality manipulation versus reality manipulation. Thanos' Reality Stone allows him to bend reality, transforming matter, reshaping landscapes, or even turning his enemies into dust. However, Kamen Rider Grand Zeo, with the powers of Kamen Rider Decade, also possesses reality warping abilities. This means that in a head-to-head battle of reality manipulation, the fight could become a stalemate as both characters alter reality to suit their needs. However, Ohma ability to manipulate multiple timelines could give him a slight advantage. Now we're going to power and durability. When it comes to sheer physical power and durability, Thanos with the Power Stone is nearly unstoppable. However, both Kamen Rider Grand Zeo and Ohma possess godlike durability and strength. Ohma in particular is essentially immortal, making it incredibly difficult for even Thanos to put him down permanently. Now, while Thanos has the Power Stone to boost his strength, Ohma near invulnerability and immortality could be too much for Thanos to overcome. So, after analyzing the abilities, powers, and potential strategies, who would win in a battle between Kamen Rider Grand Zeo / Ohma and Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet? In a fight between Kamen Rider Grand Zeo and Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, it's a close battle. Both have godlike abilities, control over time and space, and the power to warp reality. However, Grand Zeo's versatility in summoning the powers of past Kamen Riders, combined with his mastery of time manipulation, gives him the edge in most scenarios. However, if we're talking about Ohma the answer becomes clear. Ohma control over multiple timelines and his ability to erase events from history would likely overwhelm Thanos. Even with the Infinity Gauntlet, Ohma immortality, reality manipulation, and time erasure would allow him to counteract most of Thanos' attacks before they can even take effect. In multiple simulated fights, Ohma wins 80% of the time, while Thanos, with the Infinity Gauntlet, wins 20% of the time. Thanos' 20% chance comes from scenarios where he uses reality and power stones to disrupt Ohma timeline manipulations early in the fight, but in most cases, Ohma super control over time and reality would lead to his victory. And there you have it! Ohma comes out on top in this battle of cosmic and temporal titans. Do you agree with our analysis, or do you think Thanos could find a way to defeat the King of Time? Let us know your thoughts on social media and join the conversation. Thanks for listening on Power Struggles, and until next time, keep imagining those dream battles and we'll keep breaking them down. Other than that, I must bid you all adieu and simply say goodbye and good night, bang.
I need some motherfucking views. Views.